Howdy y'all, Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. And today on the Hermitcraft server, I'm coming back here to my little recreation of the Chinese Terracotta warriors. And you know what, it's going to take a while to put in all 6,000 of these. What I'm kind of thinking about doing is, until I actually have all the Patreon people provide me their colors that they want to have on here, and given the fact that there's not like 6,000 of them at the moment, I'm going to go ahead and set up placeholder warriors, like so, with gravel. And I think that that'll kind of communicate the broad scope of what I'm trying to do, without necessarily making it too inconvenient to swap out later. Because I can just come in with a shovel and wipe out a row of these pretty quick if I need to. Plus, I won't have to replace the heads. So, this should look good. As you can tell, the people who are colored in already really pop. I might start putting these kind of like, I was kind of starting them off in a cluster here, but I'm not sure if I'm going to mix them up throughout the gravel area or whatnot as I go. But I'm also going to try and get a little bit done on the floor this episode, because as you can tell, this stone grass here just doesn't look very like Plaza-like, Plaza-like, I guess. Like, this whole thing is supposed to be a big plaza full of warriors, and it doesn't look like a plaza. It looks like the ground. So, I'm thinking maybe some netherrack bricks and some, I don't know, bone blocks maybe are the right color. But I'm really thinking netherrack brick. I want it to be a dark or light color, definitely. Maybe sandstone would be the best, because sandstone's relatively neutral, and these bright colors would pop against it. I also want the faces to pop against it. So I don't want to do gray or black like obsidian, or gray like stone. Go ahead and pop a few more heads on here. Although what we might start running out of soon is also redstone. Because, man, redstone and quartz, these things just eat it up for these observer blocks. So much redstone, so much quartz necessary. We literally need like 10 times as many of these as we started with. This is supposed to go back for a good ways. So, might as well keep on at it. Time skip.
Who's the guy who can conquer death? That's Joe Hills. He plays for Nashville when he plays Minecraft. That's Joe Hills. That's Joe Hills.
Well, we're about 4 rows deep so far, and I'm pretty happy with the progress. What I want to point out, though, is that this is only... Dang it. Now I'm in the water. I was trying to say the original is about 230 meters deep, and this is not 230 meters deep. This is like 4, 7, 10. This is about 10 meters deep. So we'll probably have something about 23 times as deep as this. We're going to have to cut through that mountain there, and that tree and those trees. There's going to be a lot to do. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and start collecting some of the bone blocks I'm going to need for the ground. Now that I'm thinking about how big this is, just kind of across the board, I think mixing in some obsidian or some netherrack brick is probably going to be the safest, because I know I can get enough of it. I'm not sure if I can get that many bones, honestly. And obsidian will just take forever to mine, so I don't think I'm going to do that. But anyway, I better get out there and start gathering materials from my plaza floor. Time skip. Alright, so I've recovered the bone blocks I'm going to need, and I'm thinking that the logical way to do it, if I was going to have a combination of the bone blocks and the nether brick blocks, would be to have like the dark blocks be the ones with the torches on top of them. But at the same time, I almost like the idea of just leaving the torches as is, maybe. Or having... I don't know. I'm going to do the torches second, is what it's coming down to. And in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and start working on these kind of paths in between here. Although 3 is wide enough, you could maybe do something interesting with a pattern that's not just the bone block. Like I could line it on either side with something here. Not sure. But I feel like once we kind of get once we get some blocks on the ground, we'll be able to better determine what actually looks good and what's just a bad idea. So, let's go ahead and speed through this little thing here. Fortune 3, I laugh at thee. Efficiency 5, now we're alive. We are churning through blocks like we'll never stop. Like folks couldn't talk about how we rock, or how we rap at least. They're different genres, not interchangeable. But you know, I'm not in manger to save you. Oh, that gravel's gonna be a problem. Better put some there. Dang it. You messed up my funky rhymes. Well, from up here, this is definitely looking a lot better. And as we add more warriors to bring this, 23 times deeper, it's going to look better still. I wish Rendog was selling gravel, but, I might have to find... I might just use other substitute mechanisms, like, if I used smooth stone, or... No, it's not even smooth stone. If I just use cobblestone for these, for the placeholders, I don't think it's going to be too terribly distracting. So first up is going to be Dane Lynn, and I know I talked about having these all kind of clustered together at first, but I think it'll be kind of cooler if we just start kind of putting them throughout, like adding pockets of color throughout. So we've got cyan on top of orange for him, and he is also one of our book club participants, and I know he mentioned he was looking forward to reading God Knows by Joseph Heller this month, so we are just going to go ahead and put his name right there. And don't forget, next month's book club book is going to be Kurt Vonnegut's Player Piano. Book club is open to all Patreon sponsors at the $5 level and above. Next up, we've got Mr. Buster. And Mr. Buster says just whatever colors, So I want to see what colors I think are cool. I think lime and dark green could look cool together. Let's give this a go. We're just going to put him right here. I wonder if I could reorient that dark green a little bit better by, like, doing that. Does that... No, that's not better. You know what? If he didn't give me a way he wanted it oriented, then I'm not going to second guess him. Although, actually, I think that did maybe work out okay. Cool. So we are going to go ahead and put his name on there. Wow, if you hit enter 5 times, it actually goes back to the top. Maybe it's 4. There's Mr. Buster. Boom. Well, as you can see, we got our additional kind of colorful figures mixed in here, which is already looking better. And just imagine this stretching out way in the distance. You could probably Photoshop that, but I'm going to do it for real with pickaxes, fists, gravel, observer blocks, That's the way to do stuff in Minecraft. Is achievement. We achieve through accomplishment here, It's going to be fun. So, I might as well continue with my toil, but I should probably say goodbye to you, because you don't want to watch 8 hours of me just doing this, down rows and rows through there. So until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.